Spotify warned Meghan after viewer Boycott podcast, she used word "I" exact 200 times. Royal and showbiz reporter Kinsey Schofield warned the Duchess of Sussex that her upcoming next podcast guest will not tolerate Meghan Markle having so much airtime to speak about herself. The royal reporter said the Duchess of Sussex to prepare for Mariah Carey to not let her speak the way she did in her first ever Archetypes episode with Serena Williams, where the Duchess of Sussex monopolised the airtime to share her own experiences. Speaking on GB News, Ms. Schofield said, "I highly doubt Mariah Carey will give her as much time to talk about herself as her friend Serena Williams did. But these are two huge names. Obviously, she's going to use those bigger names to elevate herself, to elevate her brand. But after Mariah Carey, we have Mindy Kaling, you know, she's a great comedian and a familiar name. But the names start to look questionable. You're not familiar with a lot of the other people on the podcast, so I'm not sure she'll be able to sustain that #1 spot. I think this is truly curiosity," Ms. Schofield said. The royal reporter said Meghan Markle should be giving more airtime to her female guests to share their experiences, including Serena Williams, who was not given the chance to do it. She said, "If the entire podcast is about how women are supposed to overcome stereotypes, I want to know how Serena Williams overcame stereotypes. She's an incredible athlete, one of the greatest that the world has ever seen. What struggles did she face and how did she overcome them?" Ms. Schofield said, "This is a great opportunity for Meghan to really make a name for herself and be a face of the feminist movement." But she said the word "I" over 200 times in this 50-something minute podcast. So obviously, she wants the focus to be on Meghan. After the release of the long-awaited first episode of her Spotify podcast, Meghan came under fire for not giving enough time to tennis star Serena Williams to share how she overcame obstacles as a female athlete. Listeners absolutely ripped Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex's first podcast, apart, suggesting the lengthy wait for Archetypes wasn't quite worth it. For instance, The Times argued, the podcast is a tastefully soundtracked parade of banalities, absurdities and self-aggrandizing Californian platitudes. Further, the effect of all the tinkly music and vapid conversation is to make you feel you've been locked in the relaxation room of a wellness spa with an unusually self-involved yoga instructor. However, the Duchess of Sussex could be having the last laugh since Meghan is giving Joe Rogan a run for his money, with Archetypes storming to the top of the Spotify charts, as reported by Variety. His ludicrously popular Joe Rogan Experience, on the other hand, is at #2. Reputation management expert Mark Borkowski argued there's an obvious generational divide with Meghan's show, with traditionally older, more conservative critics turning against it, as he told iNews. Meanwhile, there are millions of young people across the world who share Meghan's values and they want to hear her unfiltered and her celebrity mates. It's still a potent brand for Spotify. The former actor could soon be garnering even more fans, to whom she can speak directly, judging by her latest social media move. Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex, is taking the power back in a big way, sitting down for a revelatory interview with the cut that already has fans online losing their minds, particularly given the Duchess of Sussex's fun new nickname, Meghan of Montecito. There are plenty of fascinating tidbits contained within the piece, but one of the most tantalizing finds Meghan proudly taking control of the narrative once again.